Alright, how's it going everybody? Going Ostrich, that's the Captain Goo, how do you do? And today we're here for some more of Dragon Ball Z team training. I was hoping that would have been some ice. I wasn't sure if it'd be ice, but I was hoping it'd be ice right there. Last episode, we made our way to the Red Ribbon Base. And let's get us some encounters. Because encounters make the world go round. And I got an 8er. Kind of excited about a good old 8er with 25 capsules. I believe I'm ready to go when it comes to. I believe I'm ready to go when it comes to all of this madness. And I'm recording this the day after the Monday and Wednesday recording. I know, pre-recording. It's a beauty of being able to do this though. So we're realized I wasn't. I mentioned watching The Witcher, but I didn't really talk about it. And honestly, I'm just saying this more so because I don't know what else to say about it, which might sound bad, but I've been very, very confused by it. Um, Definitely a show that seems like you want to pay a lot of attention to it. And if you don't pay all the attention to it, then you might just be a little confused. Oh, and that's a trucker right there. Um, okay, we're gonna go ahead and keep on going on 10. Uh, I don't know what makes a energy shot or an energy beam or energy ball. Like, what would make any of those? What would make one of those more effective than another? I do not know. So yeah, that's just kind of we're you know what, we've got, I will say an Android 13 here is feels like a pretty good grab that should actually make the team. And one thing I really wanted to do with this was have like gifts of like different moments for the like for each of the fighters we have on the team. I felt like that would have been a pretty good showing, honestly, like a good little edit. But since we are kind of in more of a movie territory right now, I think it's a good. I think it is cool if let's just go ahead and go on the let's talk anime movies. Yeah, my brain was not fully coming up with what all we can really talk on. So here we go. Obviously the two later, well, I mean, I guess the two Dragon Ball Super movies are good. They are amazing. Like, and I always judge anime movies off of, like, I feel like it's always more of a, you gotta judge them off of what they are compared to what, but not what they aren't, because let's be honest here, I don't know if we can judge most of those. Like, it's more of a, are they entertaining or any of that, because to me that is a more, that feels more valuable. Is it entertaining in an anime movie setting? I think I get a little annoyed. Like, I am not. Oh, we need to probably actually change up a couple of things here. Like, can I who? I think that's pretty good right there. I want to keep the Chaozu, but get Android 13 up here just a little bit too. But yeah, I just look at all these like anime movies as, are they enjoyable, and can they kind of just exist on their own, and but like the yeah, that's more the problem with anime movies, is can they last on their own? Which might sound like a weird take, but I mean, because the big problem with anime movies is they're not canon, or most of them aren't canon. The Dragon Ball Super movies are canon, so which is probably what makes them a little bit better. So I will say that much on that. But I do like whenever an anime movie, like, you can look at it and go like, oh yeah, there's a possibility that works in to the story just fine, and it's just kind of like an extra little story, because things to like different movies that don't really work good on their own are things like the Broly movies, or like the first Broly movie from Dragon Ball Z. Because if you all didn't know, like, or at least from what, that's probably not the right way to be, like, if you all didn't know, but the thing about, like, the thing about the Broly movies that is really funny is that it really, like, there's only one, there's only one spot where it can really slot in to anywhere near a canon form. And so here's what I'm going to talk about on that, though. Okay, so not a bio man, but like the Broly movie, supposedly the only place it can really work in is at, like, in between the cells, like, is in the Cell Saga, between the time Goku goes out of the, like, I believe that's correct, at least, is that it's from the time Goku leaves the hyperbolic time chamber to the Cell games. And it doesn't make sense. Like, why would they go on a trip to do something like that? Like, it just doesn't make sense. You know, Broly's Second Coming kind of works because all that is just in the time period between the Cell Saga to when we get back into everything. So, I mean, with the Buu Saga, so that makes perfect sense. Like, that's fair, that's fine, but then there's, like, how does this fit in at? And you're just kind of sitting there like, I don't know. So then you have to just look at those movies in such a, like, is this just a fun turn your brain off, and I get to experience this IP for what it is? Because I know I've mentioned this a couple times before. I really really enjoy Bleach's Memories of Nobody movie. If you like Bleach and you haven't seen the movies, I definitely recommend it. The Hellverse is pretty cool too. The others aren't terrible, they're just not like the other two are very much like, oh, this is an anime movie. Like I don't really sit there and vibe on it near as much. So there's that. But Memories of Nobody just has such a fun premise that I would love to see explored in a like just regular movie. Like it is like obviously you can't copy it like word for word because well, I mean you couldn't go and be like you can't have the Soul Society and the like Earth world and like there's just a couple like there's wording you couldn't be able to use and different like ideas, but like one of the really interesting things with that, which I think is like one of the things I think is really cool, is that it's almost been like it's kind of been soft confirmed that to an extent that's canon, which I mean like that can be canon because it's like it can be like it is so easy for it to be canon because well you have to watch, and also look at Android 19, like kind of odd. They're like kind of an odd looking dude. But yeah, that's my oh no. I don't know what to do here. I feel like I just keep on hitting until it goes. But Memories of Nobody is a very, very good movie, and like I feel like you could recommend it to non-Bleach fans because it is very much a like it is a very self-contained movie where like I don't know if that's like it's almost so self-contained you can look at it and count it as and it feels canon, which is kind of a crazy, I feel like that's a crazy take to say, but I truly believe that, and it's just a highly recommended movie for anyone to just go and watch. So there's that. I watched One Piece, the film Red, like not too long ago, and I think that was really I thought it was pretty good. I don't know what the consensus is on movies like that though. So I don't know where to fully say because I mean it wasn't bad. I mean it wasn't the greatest, but I'm not a full-on One Piece, like it's not my main thing, so I'm not too concerned on that. But I just wanna I'm trying to and then we take in some of the Pokemon movies. Destiny Deoxys, I love it. I mean the first Pokemon movie, I love it. I really wanted to actually kind of go over and do like a watch and make some videos on stuff like that, and I feel like I've kind of missed the mark on it, but oh no. I'm gonna bring in Gohan real quick and see if he can do anything here. Okay. What is a Kamehameha turtle devastation beam? Antenna beam. Okay. But I mean, I feel like you're not going to watch, like, I feel like you shouldn't watch an anime movie and be expecting, like, the highest tiers of everything. I think, to me, what you should expect in an anime movie is more along the lines of, is entertainment, like, really, like, some beautiful, like, animation. Like, it should feel like, really an anime movie feels like it should be a anime arc contained within the confines of the amount of time, the allotted time you have, that is just absolutely beautiful. Like, and just so well. But that is more my thinking to this point. So, alright, we're not gonna sit here, and I'm not going to expect a Remember the Titans in anime. But I feel like definitely like the battle shonen anime movies are, like, as far as like just having fun with it, like, that is so much of an easier task than, I don't know, I just think that it's, I feel like it could be a little difficult to really know just where you'd want within these movies. We're gonna sit here and probably do some dash attacks with Gohan though. I'm trying to think, like, what's my, like, Z movies? Because I'm not too well knowledgeable on all of the Z movies. Ooh. So, like, I would say I did watch Bio Broly, and I don't hate Bio Broly as much as I think everyone else does. Another thing to recognize with me is I am a very easy watcher on things. Like, you do have, like you can keep my attention, and if I can follow and be like, oh, this is cool, then we're probably pretty good on that. I think, which, if you want my honest opinion, I think, and this is kind of funny to look at it like this, but I think a person who can like every movie, like, that is a better person to judge what a truly bad movie is. Like, I just want you all to know, like, I have a complete faith in, if my dad says a movie is bad, then that movie's bad. Like, that is my complete, like, thought process. If my dad says a movie's bad, then a movie's bad. Like, because my dad will sometimes say, like, hey, that's not, like, that, like, setting, whatever, it's not really for him. And I mean, like, oh, I understand that, where he'll just be like, it's just not it's not my thing. So he won't really bash that. He won't bash a movie off of like, oh, this just isn't quite what I would like. But that is definitely a okay. Passengers arrest. Is it here? Yeah. I had to figure out which one the resting spot was. But yeah, I have absolute confidence if my dad says a movie's bad, then that movie's bad. And I think, because I think there are people who can get so like the more people try and push ideas of what makes a good movie on you, the harder it gets to just sit there and judge. And you're gonna sit there, watch a movie, and then you're gonna end up and judge a movie, which sucks. Which absolutely sucks. That's a reason like I've gotten more and more into anime. Is which I went to school for broadcasting with video production, so like I have a background in like film kind of stuff at this point. And I took some editing classes, I've taken some film classes, and they will break down stuff to where you start trying to see it within these, like you try and see everything in movies. So like you end up judging like all these movies for like these little things, and it's like no one notices that. Like no one notices that, no one cares. You're just being picky. But yeah, that's probably my biggest complaint with with stuff like that is like it's harder to enjoy stuff because you've been forced to try and change how you look at things. And it is not fun, I will tell you that much. It is not fun to watch a movie and be like, oh, this is going to this is going to happen, and you just keep on going down like all of the, like you just go down every like rabbit hole on trying to think about all the like odds and ends. And that also is kind of just how my brain works, is trying to be like, I wouldn't say it's trying to be different, because it's just like, it is just thinking differently. It is just having a it is just like seeing things as in a different light, different way. But no, watching movies or like having people tell you that a movie sucks because it didn't hold on a frame for like it didn't hold for 2 extra frames is kind of ridiculous. And there's people out there who say like, ooh, they didn't capture our emotion enough because the frame wasn't there like 4 more seconds, and then everyone would have been crying. And it's like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't know, like I like editing because it is like a way of storytelling, but like there are things that, and there are things that like you'll see that are just like when you edit and you'll be like, ooh, I don't like that. But my biggest thing whenever I am like my biggest takeaway, my biggest learning lesson, the biggest thing like I've held on to from my time at school and doing things with editing is like which they would always, it would always be like rule number 1, no jump cuts. Rule number 2, rule number 3, and then I think it was only like 4. It might have been only 3 rules. It might have been 4, but I don't really know what. I don't know. Heck, it might have just been 2. It might have actually have been no jump cuts, and then here's the second rule. Like, and this is how I view editing, and this is like the biggest eye opener. Was I ended up always being told it doesn't actually matter. Like, you can have as many rules as you want, but it's an art form. It is actually just more. So the biggest rule is that there are no rules, and I think that can mess with some people. Like, it can really mess with some people to say like there's no rules, and I think that's something that's hard for others to get in their heads at points, because I mean, it, like, there are things that have to be done a certain way to some people, and I just don't quite see it like that. Like, I get agitated at my work right now because I edit stuff and I'm like, oh, that looks good and I like it, and then there's someone else who has to be like, nope, everything's wrong, and it's like, so it just feels like it kills a lot of how I view editing and how I enjoy. But this goes to where another, like, since we're talking movies, anime stuff, like, I appreciate anime too, and just animation in general now, because it is like, it's like you have to think 3-dimensional, and it's a drawing. Like, you still have to kind of incorporate a 180 rule, or you have to, like, a rule of thirds, and like, you can, like, the cool thing about animation is you can do so many things that you just can't in a live action. Like, it's so cool. Like, there's just certain things that you're able to do that, like, there's just different techniques and different things you just can't do, which I think is so awesome. But I kind of lost my train of thought there. But editing is just, like, it's an art form, but it's an art form where no matter what you do, like, as long as you're not given a prompt, you can't go wrong in editing. Like an editor can change any story just off of how he does things. That's something to keep an eye on. Like, the editor, like, the editor's job is to make whatever a person sees be to, like, they control what the person sees. They control how a person sees it. Like, to an extent, they can make them decide how to view something. And that is such a great power that a lot of people probably don't seem to understand. Like, just the magnitude of that kind of a statement there. So, I do think it's about time that we wrap things up. So we're fighting this old man here, and I do think that'll be, like, the end of this episode. we got one more fight in here. Let me know what some of y'all's thoughts on animation and just all these different things, because I am really curious to just what just see. I'm pretty sure I called like the stupid big white robot Android 18. Android 19, I completely apologize. It didn't even click. I was just in my own head, in my own mind. So big apologies there. We all know that Android 18 is so much cooler, so much better. And yeah. But I want to thank you all for watching, and I want to thank you all for tuning in. As always, I am Guy on Ostrich, and that is a Captain Goon. Until next time, peace out.